This is... The one that I said sounded familiar to something else. This one earlier. Yes. We're not going to do the whole thing, it's just a little... show you the inside workings of the creative mind. This is how you nick stuff. Which was, we made clear, hopefully earlier, was Dead Man Walking. Was a riff given to me, I think, if I remember rightly, around 1967, when I was working in an R&B band, one of the several hundred that I went through at that time. It was one of our first records, and we had a session guitar player, because our guitar player wasn't actually very good. The producer was a guy called Shel Talmy, who did The Who, and many others at Kinks as well at one point. And he'd found this kid who was about 16, 17, just left art school, and he was a whiz guitar player, and he was the highest paid session man in London. His name was Jimmy Page. And we were talking over on the side, you know, muso talk, that sort of thing. Jimmy, got any riffs? And he said, yeah, Dave, I got this one. I'm buggered if I know what to do with it. So I said, well, can I have it? I'll give it, I'll look after it, I'll water it and feed it and nurture it as, and add it to my collection of riffs. I've got, I've been adopting riffs for years now, to my family of riffs. And so I used it pretty soon after that in another song, and it's just become Dead Man Walking. But the original song that it came out on, after not being used by Jimmy, abused by Jimmy Page probably, or neglected maybe is the right word, neglected by Jimmy Page. I think he probably kept it in an unpainted corner. What are you looking for, gentlemen? I like this. This is a bit like performance. I know what you are. I was warned about this. They said, the engineer in there said, oh, by the way, David, about half the way through, there's a couple of guys coming in to do, they're doing a radio mime performance of Chekhov's The Seagull. So if you don't mind if they do their performance, because we've got to run 2 programs simultaneously. But actually, I did a little rehearsal with them, so his, my addition to Chekhov's The Seagull, the mime radio version. As you've noticed, there's very little action in Chekhov. What were we doing? They've gone again. They disappeared. So, yes, so that is, if you remember, 3 seconds, did you say? You're optimistic. So it came actually...
I can see the landing lights.
When all the world was very young, mountain magic heavy hung, the supermen would walk in file, guardians of a loveless isle, blooming brows with super fear, their endless tragic lives would heave no sigh, in solemn perverse serenity, wondrous beings chained to life. Strange games they would play then, no death for the perfect men. Life rolls into one for them, so softly a super good voice, and such and so forth. So that was... So that's what it was, seriously, nearly 30 years before it became Dead Man Walking. Isn't that interesting? Where were we? What were we? Oh, I know what we were, Bubba. This is a song that I wrote...
when you were in prison, wasn't it?
When I was in prison, that's correct, yes. When, many years ago, thank you. Many years ago, did you have to bring this up?
I'm here for you.
I did a 19-year sentence for... a crime which today I know I'm innocent. I would remember if I wasn't. 19 years is a long time. But I got to know one guy real well. His name was Johnny Cash. Johnny and I, yes, did time together in the pen. In the Sean pen, I think it was, wasn't it? Please yourself. And we both had an abiding love, as you well know, with me particularly, of country and western music.
That's both kinds of music, then.
Country and western,
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
Myself, Johnny, and Buddy Rich, if I remember rightly.
Is there anything that you're allergic to?
Yeah, country and western.
Thank you.
Said the doctor. I wrote this little ditty for him, and I'd like to take it back to its original form. Because we haven't had the chance, have we, to perform this in its virgin state. I hope you enjoy this. I know we're not. She had a horror room, she was tired, can't hide beat. When I looked at her eyes, they were blue, nobody home. She could have been a killer if she didn't walk the way she do. She opened strange doors we'd never close again. She began to wail, jealous and scream, waiting at the lights, you know what I mean. Scary monsters, super creeps, keeps me running, running scared. Scary monsters, super creeps, keeps me running, running scared. Well, she asked me to stay in the storeroom. She asked for my love and I gave her a dangerous hand. Now she's scooping in the street and she can't socialize. Well, I love the little girl and I love her till the day she dies. It was Jimmy's guitar sound, jealous as scream, waiting on the lights, you know what I mean. Scary monsters, super creeps,